Stand by for action.
Good day, friends. I'm Dave. Please do not bend, fold, spindle, or mutilate this video. Welcome to Planet XSF, Episode 8. Let's take a moment and say hello to my co-host, Robot Bob. Say hello, Robot Bob.
The robot revolution will not be televised.
Right. Today is the first part of a two-part series on British producer Gerry Anderson. Anderson is a legend in British and indeed global television, being responsible for some of the most iconic and enduring television series of the 20th century. Shout out to my friend and fellow geek Doug, who encouraged me to do a video on Anderson's work. And by encouraged, I mean badgered relentlessly. Just kidding, buddy. Happy to oblige. Without further ado, let's dive in. Gerry Anderson was born Gerald Alexander Abrahams on April 14, 1929 in Bloomsbury, London, England. Raised in a working-class family, Anderson developed an early interest in storytelling, technology, and film. His passion for cinema led him to work in photography and film editing before launching his own career in television production. Anderson's first major step into television was in the 1950s, when he co-founded the production company AP Films. Initially, the company produced commercials and low-budget films, but Anderson's vision quickly evolved towards ambitious science fiction programming. His real career breakthrough came in the 1960s when Anderson pioneered the technique of Marionation, a sophisticated form of puppetry using electronic moving parts. This innovation led to the creation of several iconic shows, including Thunderbird, Stingray, Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons, and Joe 90. These shows, which aired mostly in the 1960s, became household favorites across the UK, Canada, and beyond due to their imaginative storytelling, distinctive visual style, and memorable theme music. Let's have a look at the puppet series created or produced by Gerry in the 1950s and 60s. The Adventures of Twizzle, 1957-1958. This was AP Films' first television venture, produced for Granada Television in England. It was created by Roberta Leigh. The Adventures of Twizzle was a series for young children about a doll with the ability to twizzle his arms and legs to greater lengths. This was Anderson's first work with puppets and the start of his long and successful collaborations with puppeteer Christine Glanville, special effects technician Derek Meddings, and composer-arranger Barry Gray. It was also during the production of The Adventures of Twizzle that Gerry started, shall we say, dipping his pen in the company's ink, beginning an affair with secretary Sylvia Tham, who became second wife Sylvia Anderson in November of 1960. Torchy the Battery Boy, 1958-1959. The series depicts the adventures of the eponymous boy doll, who has a battery inside him and a lamp in his head, and his master, Mr. Bumbledrop. This series may be best remembered for being complete nightmare fuel. Four Feather Falls, 1959-60. The setting is the late 19th century fictional Kansas town of Four Feather Falls. The hero of the series, Tex Tucker, is a sheriff. The four feathers of the title refers to four magical feathers given to Tex by the Indian chief Kalamakuya as a reward for saving his grandson. I'm not going to dwell too long on this, as typical of British productions in the 50s and 60s, depictions of indigenous peoples are somewhat troubling when looked at it today. Supercar, 1961. It focuses on the adventures of the Supercar team, who use their advanced multi-purpose vehicle, named Supercar, to help people and thwart villains. The main characters are Mike Mercury, Professor Popkiss, Dr. Beaker, and Jimmy Gibson. It debuted in 1961 and was Anderson's first major Marionation series, showcasing technical creativity in both puppetry and vehicle design. It set the template for Anderson's later series, blending science fiction, action, and inventive storytelling. Fireball XL5, 1962-63. Set in the future, the series follows the crew of the spaceship Fireball XL5 as they patrol Sector 25 of the galaxy, encountering aliens and saving planets. The main characters include Colonel Steve Zodiac, Dr. Venus, Professor Matt Matic, and Robert the Robot, who is possibly a distant relative of my co-host. It used Marionation puppetry and featured imaginative space adventures, futuristic technology, and memorable theme music. It aired in 1962 and 1963 and was one of the first Anderson shows to gain international popularity, especially in the United States. Stingray, 1964. This was one of Anderson's first really major series featuring underwater adventures. These adventures featured the World Aquanaut Security Patrol and their submarine, Stingray. It set the stage for Anderson's future puppet series with its imaginative world-building and action-oriented storytelling. Thunderbirds, 1965. Perhaps the most iconic of Anderson's series, known for its rescue missions and memorable catchphrase, "Thunderbirds are go." It follows International Rescue, a secret organization using advanced vehicles to save people from disasters. It used Supermarionation, of course, memorable vehicles, Thunderbird 1 through 5, and dramatic rescue missions. It became a cultural phenomenon known for its catchphrase and inspiring generations of fans. Its visual style and music are instantly recognizable. Fun fact, Gerry Anderson's older brother Lionel was an RAF flight sergeant stationed in Arizona, and in postcards to his younger brother had referred to Thunderbird Field, an airbase near where he was stationed. This is where the name came from, as Gerry had always remembered the punchiness of the word Thunderbird. Fun fact number 2, Lady Penelope, London agent for International Rescue, was voiced by Sylvia Anderson. Captain Scarlet and the Mysterons, 1967. This depicts the battle between Spectrum, a global security organization, and the alien Mysterons, who can recreate destroyed objects and people, including Captain Scarlet, a Spectrum operative who was killed and resurrected by the Mysterons but retained his humanity despite being indestructible as a result of the process. It had more realistic puppet proportions because of advances in electronics technology that allowed the servos operating the puppets' mouths to be much smaller. If you listen to the voice used for Captain Scarlet, it's really easy to tell that the actor was doing his best Cary Grant impersonation. This show pushed the boundaries of children's TV with mature themes and suspenseful plots. Joe 90, 1968. A young boy, Joe McClane, becomes a secret agent by having expert knowledge transferred into his brain via a device invented by his father called the Big Rat. The information transferred to Joe lasts, you guessed it, 90 minutes. It combined espionage with science fiction and featured a child protagonist and high-stakes missions. It showcased Anderson's ability to blend technology and adventure, appealing to younger audiences. On a personal note, the opening theme to this show scared the absolute bejesus out of me when I was a kid. The Secret Service, 1969. This show follows the exploits of Father Stanley Unwin, a puppet character voiced by and modeled on the comedian of the same name. He is outwardly an eccentric vicar, but he is actually a secret agent of Bishop, a division of British intelligence that counters criminal and terrorist threats. He is assisted by fellow agent Matthew Harding. Unwin's missions include frequent use of the Minimizer, a device capable of shrinking people and objects to facilitate covert operations. It's an interesting combination of Supermarionation and live action, but was not very successful. Supermarionation was more than just puppetry. It was a sophisticated production technique that combined electronics, model making, and film production methods. Anderson's team developed new ways to synchronize puppet lip movements with dialogue, create realistic sets and vehicles, and use special effects to bring imaginative worlds to life. These innovations raised the profile of puppetry in children's television, making them respected forms of entertainment and storytelling. The series became cultural icons, with catchphrases like "Thunderbirds are go" entering everyday language. The futuristic themes and adventurous narratives reflected the optimism and anxieties of the space race in the Cold War era, giving young viewers a sense of being on the cutting edge of science fiction. The show has inspired generations of fans and creators, influencing later British and international science fiction, animation, and special effects work. The impact of Anderson's work is still felt today. His series are regularly revived, referenced, and celebrated in exhibitions and retrospectives. The characters, vehicles, and stories remain instantly recognizable, and the technological achievements of Supermarionation continue to inspire filmmakers and television producers. Anderson's legacy is a testament to the power of creativity and innovation in shaping popular culture. Gerry Anderson was married 3 times and had children, including his son Jamie Anderson, who has continued his legacy through new productions and tributes to his father's work. Though I haven't mentioned her much here, Sylvia Anderson deserves a great deal of credit as co-creator and partner in the development of most of the shows mentioned here and those to come. Anderson received numerous industry honors throughout his career and was appointed member of the Order of the British Empire, MBE, in 2001 for his services to television drama. Gerry Anderson passed away in 2012 at the age of 83, following a battle with dementia. His legacy is preserved by fans, family, and fellow creators who continue to honor his contributions to television and popular culture. However, we are not done. Gerry managed to cut the strings and create some of the most amazing live-action science fiction on British television. Next time, we'll take a look at the latter part of Gerry Anderson's career, including a major motion picture and 2 series that continue to be enjoyed to this day. That's next time on Planet XSF. Please like and subscribe if you like this channel. Until next time, I'm Dave. Remain awesome. Until further notice.
I wish I was a spaceman, the fastest guy alive. I'd fly you around the universe in Fireball XL5.
Including Captain Scarlet, a Spectrum operative who was killed and resurrected by the Mysterons but retained his humanity and became indestructible as a result. Indestructible? Well, he learns things. That's good.